We're here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Stand for Something show.
Stand for something or you fall for anything.
I'm Dutch Row P.
718 DOT.
Yes. And we have a guest. We have this guy wears so many hats, man. I don't know where to begin.
And I ain't even wearing a hat right now, too. That's the funny part.
It's funny, but he wears so many hats. I mean, he does the managing, podcasting, marketing, what else? Booking. I mean, you name it, he does it.
Food content heavy too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Wrestling connoisseur. My guy, Chad Law, ladies and gentlemen.
Chad Law.
Yo. What up, fellas? What's good? What's the word? How we feeling, man?
We feeling good, man. How you feeling, man? That's the question, man. Welcome, man.
It feels really good, bro. Honestly, like, I be moving and shaking so much that, like, when I'm stationary in New York and I connect with people, like you know what I'm saying? We've been tapped in for so many years, you know what I'm saying? From the other studio in Queens, and it's like, when I'm stationary, people be forgetting that I'm, like, here.
I do.
A lot of people see me, they be like, yo, you like a phantom. Like, I only see you on, like, I seen somebody the other week, they're like, yo, I only see you on Instagram. I was like, damn, at least I know I'm, like, active, but, like, shit.
Nah, you're very active.
They don't see me in person, so it's like, when you say come do this, I was like, hell yeah, why not?
I didn't see. Here's the thing: we were supposed to Ben get up, but see, we both. I was moving, you was moving too, you know. But you be moving, you know what I'm saying? You like.
I like being OT.
That's the thing.
I like being OT, man. It's a lot more money out there.
Where's your favorite place to go?
Right now, I would say Kansas City on the low, son.
Really?
Kansas City is fire.
What they got out there?
They got Legal Bud. They got some wide open space for like takeover when it comes to the music scene, press. Like they are looking for new space and new talent. So it's like if you are good talent, really strong talent, you make great music, you're gonna stand out there because they don't really have nobody to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like these macro markets. You know what I mean? I like being in macro markets when it comes to that because you get so much more retention because they really appreciate the shit because they ain't really got nobody like Albuquerque, New Mexico, and El Paso, Texas. We just did this past Friday. Like, it's so much like in these smaller. Everybody want to rush to New York and LA, but it's like in Atlanta, but it's like you could get a lot more money like going to these smaller areas and retention. It's the retention too, man. You know what I'm saying? People tap in when they can't access you as much. So yeah, I like being OT. I say OT is definitely where it's at. All the artists listening, go OT. You know what I'm saying? Go outside of your circuit and make some money, make some recognition of your name. You know what I'm saying? Make some good retention. You know what I mean? Retention is the word. Make people remember you.
Nice. Is there anybody that in particular that you are listening to that's like that's OT or Kansas City that stands out to you that you know what I mean that we could tap in with?
I would say Sky Cali out of Kansas City. She is signed to Sleazy Go Hard, who his group's called Switches the Label. He was on the Double XL freshman list.
Oh, okay.
So he is pretty popping in his own right. He's from the Midwest as well. He got that record with Lil Baby.
Right.
I forgot the joint. You know, what you say record with Lil Baby. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what's up. So, I'd say Scott Cali out of you know what I'm saying, the Midwest. She dope. She definitely is dope. I'm listening to a lot, man. My ears are everywhere.
I know, man. Like
I can't front. I just been low in the Discord, son. I've been low in Discord in sports betting.
I did the Discord thing. I was cause I follow other podcasts. So I was like following this shit and two. What's the name of the Jewish dudes? They had an ill Discord page where they was throwing up like different throwbacks and I promoted the podcast on their page too and they actually fucked with it.
It's the real?
Yes, it's the real. I fuck with them. They had a nice Discord. I haven't been on Discord in a while though.
Bro, I just be on the sports betting Discords.
Wow. Yeah,
Shout to Everybody Eats. Shouts to Life's a Gamble, Gold Boys. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good ones out there. That's, you know what I mean. It's making us very 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 good. Very good in the pockets. You know what I mean?
That. I like to hear shit like that.
I'm fucking with it, yo. I ain't never been a sports betting nigga, but honestly, since I moved back to New York, like I've been active on the sports betting.
Yeah, I mean, because we got it. You know what I'm saying? We got it.
Why not? I don't see nobody broke out here. Everybody getting to it.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, that's the thing.
Everybody's getting
Everybody
to
get
it.
it. Yeah.
It's a different energy, you know what I'm saying, being up here as opposed to the South. You know what I mean? The South is real. There's hustlers, but they don't have the access that we got to some of the shit that's really, you know what I mean, switching shit real quick. You know what I mean? Even the sports betting, you know what I'm saying, the weed culture, man. Shout out to everybody that got their own strains and, you know what I'm saying, making it work. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. You know what I mean?
Cause look, I remember you saying that you was down in Atlanta for
Mm-hmm.
about 6 years. So when did you come back? Cause like are you officially back in New York?
Yeah,
Like
my license is definitely New York.
oh, so you back in New York for good.
I'm back in New York.
So when did you come back?
January.
Oh, so January, New Year. So you
Top of
started
the year,
on top of the
yeah.
year. Okay, okay.
Fresh. You know what I mean?
So
Fresh.
so all right. So how's it been so far, man? Coming to the end of the year.
I
How was
mean,
your summer? That's what I want to know. How was your summer?
summer
Summers
been busy, man. We've been on the road a lot. Elijah Rosario's my pop artist
We're gonna
out
talk
of
about that.
yeah. He's dope. He's killing it out in Durham. You know, we've been on go all year. DC, Kansas City, LA, Seattle, Portland. Like we've got so many dates that we've done and are doing still. We've got Portland, Seattle this week, Houston next week, Sacramento next week. Like it's definitely active as fuck on the touring, yo. Like I really think touring, like it's a grind, bro. It's tough, but it really does like pay off when it comes to that retention.
Ah, that's the word. This is the pod. We gonna use that for the pod.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you, touring. That's because I got a question with touring. How do you how long? All right. So how many tours you been on?
Maybe like not counting my own,
Yeah,
like two.
like two.
Yeah, like two.
Okay, because
I ain't really been too much like on anybody else's tour outside of covering it, like on the press side. But like actually being behind, like even on the event side, like putting it together, booking it. Like I've been in those ranks of like putting the tour together, but I've never actually like been on someone else's tour per se.
and we're gonna talk about that because I want to know like what's the like how do you book a tour? What do you do? But we're gonna talk about that. But
Hmm.
I want to know first thing, who is Chad Law?
Good question. Chad Law is a young Godiva brother who happens to really know his way around different avenues when it comes to music, food, wrestling, entertainment, you know what I'm saying, fashion. I'm real flamboyant, you know what I'm saying, as Stack would say, you know what I'm saying? RIP, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck,
We in Queens right now, so it's only right, you know what I mean? I was on the way here bumping some Bird Gang and shit, man. You know what I mean? Came in here, had some Bird Gang playing. That's what I like to hear, man.
I like how you move.
That's what I like
I
to
like how you
hear.
move. So all right. So Chad Law, man, you're an interesting guy. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you, man.
I feel like I am an interesting fella.
I relate to you. Um, now you said that you do the booking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many bookings or what have you booked? What is it that you book?
South
Like
by Southwest shows, A3C shows, concerts, tours. Like I really was heavy. You know what I'm saying? Came from the college market. Like that's really where I got my bread and butter was in the college market in 2010. You know what I'm saying? 2011, 2013, 2012, that whole era. Like that blog era. I came up in that era. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
good, okay,
I came
all
up in the
right.
blog era, like heavy, like booking like the early Joey Badass, ASAP, Action Bronson, Danny Brown, like the early guys. You know what I'm saying? When Yams was still alive, I was bringing them through chinks. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I was really getting them to come through to the college station and just get it popping because the college market is another untapped. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
it's tapped, but people don't want to do the research to go talk to PDs to like get shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is it
Situated.
this? Is it like the same like how it was back then though? You like is the market still moving? You think?
No, it's totally different. Like right now, like I wish I had some of the resources digitally that we have now that I had just even in 2010. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're
2009.
saying.
Like we
Yeah.
had MySpace and shit, but just
We ain't have
wasn't.
yeah. It
We ain't
wasn't
have
have like
we
the they
like
ain't have like the Instagram or the
Instagram. Even in 2012 was still like
it wasn't like this.
it was
Different.
it was like how like the new generation looks at like threads.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
still like, I don't know about this. Even when I look at some of the throwbacks and shit, it's
Oh
like,
man,
bro, look at that
horrible,
photo quality. Look at
horrible.
the way
The
this
quality's
app
horrible.
was. Holy shit.
Remember, everybody wanted to use that retro shit too.
The
That
retro filter was nasty. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
little box
yeah,
icon
shit
with
look horrible
Instagram shit
now.
was
Oh
crazy,
man,
yo.
oh man,
Crazy.
nasty times.
It's wild when you look at pictures and shit from 2010, 09, 08,
2012.
12. Even 12, even
Even
12 was
12
a
has
Oh
some
yeah,
nasty.
2012 shit was disgusting.
wavy gear. And that's like how we used to look at cats from like 92, 3, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at that shit. And it's like, you look at 2012 and it's like, nigga, look at that shit. Like, what the fuck was niggas wearing?
Yo,
But
I put up a picture. What year was that? Remember when I put the picture up? We had the we was outside on the bench. And niggas had the polos on with the
Cargos.
and the Air Maxes.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
man.
yes, yes. Niggas definitely was heavy on the polo and cargo pants, son. I remember times, yo. Remember when niggas was wilding for them? Let me not disrespect Giuseppe Zanotti like that, but niggas was wilding for them big ugly zipper
remember
boots, son.
those.
Yeah, I have a pair though. Those
Never
are
had
Niggas
those.
wanted them big ugly
Nah,
zipper
I know what
boots,
you
son.
mean. Never
Couldn't
had 'em,
fuck
though.
with them, man.
Nah,
Shit's is funny.
but it's funny you said that. So you said you booked tour. So explain to somebody like me, like how you go about booking a tour. Like, what's the first thing you do? How do you like go about it?
You reach out to the venue. You know what I'm saying? You negotiate with them in regards to who you're bringing to the show, to the city. You know what I'm saying? You bring your leverage. You have an EPK. It would be really essential to have an electronic press kit. For those that don't have an electronic press kit, go make one. Show your ticket sales. Show your artist history. Show your press link. Show everything that actually it's your Carfax. You know what I'm saying? It's your report card. It's what people who are gonna look at you and want to book you be like, I could trust him. He's done 50 shows in the last 12 months. Holy shit, paid ticket sales like this. All right, I could trust him. Like, bring him to this market, and then you negotiate from there.
All right, got it. So what was your first show like that you booked? What was that like?
I would say the first show. Damn, you made me think about this one. I'm trying to think about the first show we really booked. Like, not a showcase or like a concert. Like,
Or like your first booking.
mm,
And all right, so like your first booking, you got paid.
first booking we got paid. I would say Rich the Kid. And we brought him to Amityville.
Okay.
Yeah, Rich the Kid. This was early Rich Forever when Jay Critch was still just getting it popping. You know what I'm saying? We brought him and Rich the Kid and Jay Critch through to Amityville Revolution Bar. It was called. That's where we used to do the Airwax sessions. Partially there, and we did it at the Amityville Music Hall, but we brought it over to Revolution Bar in Amityville and Rich the Kid. It was really good, really really good. Honestly, good show.
That's fine.
Shout out to Rich the
That's
Kid. I was early. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was very early when people were still like, but it was packed as fuck because people knew what was going on and he was about to drive. I think this was before or right around New Freezer. So it's like,
That was my shit.
you know what I'm saying? Jay Critch was still, you know what I'm saying, with the book bag on, still trying to get it, you know what I mean? Still early, you know what I mean? So like, we got him at a very good rate, you know what I mean? He was on tour and we was like, yo, add another date, you know what I'm saying? If we bring you here, and it worked out. So
Wow. So things like that though is like ill to me, because when how old were you when you did that?
it was like mid-20s, like
Mid-twenties.
26,
All right, so mid-twenties.
26,
So-
like 24, like 20, was it 2014? So maybe like 24, 25.
But see what I'm saying? Even around that time, that's still fire to me, because at 24, 25, you could have been doing something else, but you already was on your mind. Like, you had your mind, so yo, I'm gonna get Rich the Kid. Like, you was determined. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that is what I want to know. What made you, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm gonna get Rich the Kid. This is going to happen. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, because that shit is inspiring.
I would say just being so involved in the scene, like always doing so much press, you know what I'm saying? Even with Hip Hop Is Real too, I'm rocking with Hip Hop Is Real, you know what I'm saying? That's always home team, number one battle rap outlet in the fucking world, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm desensitized to being around celebrities and rappers and shit and artists to the point where it's like, yo, I just want to see a successful show. You know what I mean? I want to have that under my belt. Like, yo, we had a kick ass show, great turnout. You know what I mean? We set a trend. People was like, yo, when we did the Airwax session, you've been to the Airwax session before, right? You've been sometime, right? No, you never been? Damn, that's crazy. That was in Amityville. Yeah. I'm just crazy. You ain't never been to the Earwax sessions, son. Yeah. Earwax session. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Earwax team too. You know what I mean? That was a great era. Like we used to have that joint rocking every single Tuesday for damn near 4 years straight in Amityville. Nobody was doing it quite like us. Bringing artists through, you know what I'm saying, from independent to major, you know what I mean? Davies came through early, Manolo Rose, 2 Millie. You know what I mean, we had a lot of people. Let me hit that joint one time, son.
So you was doing it. So you was doing your thing with the LI.
Yeah, I would say the LI circuit. Like I've definitely, you know what I mean, put in work. I don't say I run my city, but I definitely hold it down.
And that's how I met you. I met you. You was managing Dunbar at the time, right?
Shout out to my guys, man. Dunbar.
Hey, that's what's up.
That boy Top Dollar. You know what I'm saying? It's my guys.
That's my guy. Yo, amazing group, man. You got if you was see the way how I look at it is like he's managing. He already had he has a good ear then. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at them and
they definitely is a good group.
They nice.
Nah, for real.
Them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've known them since, you know what I'm saying, I've known them since damn near fucking summer school, you know what I mean, back in the day, you know what I mean, nigga SS used to work at Sunrise Mall, man, he used to hold it down at the Fashion Nav spots, you know what I'm saying, he had City Source on lock, you know what I'm saying, my nigga was killing it with the garms back then, you know what I'm saying, so like, you know, the music shit just came along with us finally just sitting down and being like, yo, we gotta actually do some shit and realizing that niggas actually got traction in the hood, you know what I mean? So I definitely, you know what I mean, support those guys, you know what I mean? Those are my guys through and through, you know what I mean? My man Short Shot gonna be home any day now, you know what I mean? Bunch got the new project on the way. This shit cooking, man. You know, a lot of people, you know what it was? Because we was doing it so early in 2012, 2013, 14, it's like people, what's the letter? Good looks. People were not jacking the sound yet.
Yeah. Because you know what's crazy? Their sound was popping today.
Right now.
But I was fucking with that sound from the beginning. I just knew, like, this is it.
We always, you know what I'm saying? People always gonna be like, yo, I supported that shit. I've been rocking with that. It's the old golden era. It's like, yeah, I know. But like in that time period when niggas was going this way, we was going this way. You know what I mean? Like we was really making some like the shit you hearing now, like I don't even want to say all the cast names, but
we know, but
we know, you know what I mean? We know. But like for those that follow Dunbar, they're like, nah, like those cats was like they underground legends damn near in the hood. Like people fuck with them to the point where they're like, yo, I know them niggas been doing that shit since way back. Like that's how I first heard them. So and that's something I had to champion. I had to really push people to really listen to, you know what I'm saying? That Supreme Thug, Gutter, Mafioso shit, as I like to call it. Bunch probably hate that shit, but you know what I mean? It is.
Nah, but it's fitting, though. It's fitting. It's fitting for them. And shout out to Bunch, man. That's my guy. But, another thing I want to ask you, man. Chat, Lord, so where exactly are you from? Because you said you was living in Atlanta. Where you from exactly?
I'm from Amityville.
So you from Amityville?
From Amityville. Massapequa, Amityville. The Amityville side of Massapequa.
Not the horror movie.
Well, I mean, my high school was right across the street, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I remember, I know. But, nah, I am from Amityville, Long Island, Massapequa, Peakside, how they like to call it, you know what I mean? So, that's where I'm from.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, you also do the digital marketing, right?
Yes.
So,
sidebar, I went to Atlanta 2017, you know what I mean? Shout out to Street Execs, they brought me out there. That was my first time living in Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta before, ever.
Street Execs. That's
2 Chainz' group. 2 Chainz and Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, was it a Bankroll part of
Yeah,
that
Bankroll Fresh. I actually got there right after Bankroll had passed. So, like, that was, you know what I'm saying? My mom, everybody was like, yo, be careful out there. Like, they're wilding. And I'm like, you know, proceed with caution. But, like, being in that environment, like, bro, Atlanta different, man. I've been out there for so long now. Like, that's my second home. That's my home away from home for sure. Like, I advocate for Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Protect Atlanta. They turned Atlanta into fucking Gotham City with all them water boys and shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Nothing quite like New York, man.
That's fire. You know, but yeah, back to the digital marketing. So how you get into that?
Just coming from college radio. You know, the college radio side of things was very, very much so like my bread and butter, like early on. You know what I mean? I got down with that. I was urban music coordinator of my radio station, WCWP in LIU, Post in Long Island. So, like, already being a freshman and getting that title and getting that status, I was already like, oh, it's lit. I could just email people interviews, press, and I already have an official title with the radio station, so it's like not like an unsolicited type of thing. So like having, you know what I mean, those type of emails and those type of contacts, it made things move a lot faster.
Faster for you.
It made things move faster.
Especially in your future now with what you got going on.
Built a lot of resources, a lot of great people that I met way back then that I'm still in touch with now. Even managers, PRs, like people that are just like still on their grind too. You know what I'm saying? Still just like me. That still put their shoes on one. You know what I mean? 1 foot at a time. Like I remember. You know what I mean? Shout out to Biggs. You know what I'm saying? I remember Biggs Ellison. You know what I'm saying? Chinks' manager. You know what I mean? I remember him from way back. And it's like it's dope to see the store. You know what I'm saying? The store they got now. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely dope to see people in other spaces. You know what I'm saying? The music and entertainment space thriving. So. Right.
The importance, man, of college is not, they don't really talk about that like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially like in like what you trying to do, they be trying to downplay it sometimes. But like, you went to college. Did you graduate?
No, I did not graduate.
So how many years did you do?
I did 3 years.
Okay, that's good. That's good though. You went. At least you went. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. At least you went. You got some resources out of it, right? Did you discover that you wanted to do digital marketing there, or
I got
you already?
so much resources out of that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit is a resource factory.
And that's what I'm saying. The importance. A lot of people don't even talk about that. People just think school, school, school. But you could like share, like, yo.
But I was working like so many jobs at the time that like I was like I don't want to be in class. Like I just want to get it, like get it right now. Like I need money. Like I'm booking shows. I'm outside all the time at industry events, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Santos Party House. You know what I mean? Like that era, Webster Hall Thursday nights type shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Was outside.
Yeah, yo. Like for real, for real. What was that joint that got shut down that Chris Brown and Drake had to fight at?
Greenhouse.
Greenhouse, man. Couldn't even get in. Could barely get into that shit. Like underage type shit. But niggas was like, yo, yeah, Chadlo, you good? Come with me. Type shit. And it's like, yo, I remember that era. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the golden era for me. But yeah, when it came to the press side of things, like that's really where I've really made my niche. And hip hop is real. Like me and Gene and the whole, you know what I'm saying, hip hop is real team was a blessing. Met them through, you know what I'm saying, Short Shot. And, you know what I'm saying, been booming on the battle rap side of things ever since.
That's another thing too you do. So what's your favorite thing that you into? Because you wear a lot of hats. Like I said, what's your?
I'm West Indian. I can't. I gotta work.
Tree jobs.
I gotta work. I gotta work, son.
So what's your favorite that you like to do? Like this is like
wrestling.
Wow.
The wrestling content. The wrestling side of my life is like one of the more fun parts, I would say, of being Chad Law. Like for those that know about wrestling, pro wrestling, like I'm very much so involved, man. Check it out, the Ringside Club. Fuck with us.
Yeah, I see with the Ringside Club. That's dope. I see that y'all been doing that. It's you and like 3 other people. That
Yeah. My man Blaine Boogie. You know what I'm saying? My man Ayo. My man Ron Don. Every Thursday night, 9:00. We there live and direct. We 50 episodes in and 50 and change episodes in about a year now. You know what I'm saying?
So congratulations on that, man.
Appreciate that, yo. Honestly, like the consistency of that. That's what it's about. That consistency is like. You really notice a difference by like now. Like now we're feeling the difference in like episode 50 of like, oh, this is what happens when you really stay consistent. Cause I come from the era where like before the podcast, yo, I was doing college radio, online radio, putting my shit on iTunes and people was just like, what the fuck is this? Like college radio. Like I turned on car radio, like internet radio. And niggas still had the media player open. You had to listen to my shit on your laptop with the media player open, my nigga.
I know them days.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I see the podcast format now, like, for me, everyone's like, yo, you got to just do your podcast. You got to do a podcast. And I'm like, I did that.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, I was listening to Juan Epstein getting ready for my recordings type shit. So, it's just like, I'm not going to sound like grumpy old man. Like, I'm getting with the times. You know what I mean? And that's ended up where I started doing food content more full-time, podcasting about food, expand the taste. That's on hiatus because I am doing so many other things that, like, again, the consistency.
The Foodcast.
Yes, the Foodcast. You know what I mean? Like, that consistency, you know what I mean? It definitely is consistency. That's why my thing. And that's why I'm proud of the Ringside Club. Like, we've been so consistent. And it's cool when you got a team. When you're doing it by yourself and you podding by yourself, it's like, if I don't want to pod this month, I don't know. I'm gonna take a couple of weeks off. Like I'm doing so many other things.
Man,
like,
that is so real.
but when you have a squad with you, that's like, yo, it's our designated time. Like the show's got to keep going. Like whether you're here or not, it's like
Fact.
there's been some episodes out of that 50 something that I didn't make it because I've been on the road, and it's like, well, we still got 3 other people, or we got 2 other people, and we've done 2-man shows where the other 2 couldn't make it, and it's just me and AO or me and Boogie, and it's like, it still got the show got to go on, like the shit still got to go, like at this point, because when you take that break, that's when motherfuckers forget.
But you know that a lot of people don't talk about that. Like that is so hard to find a team that's on the same path and goal consistently, like
Yes.
you said, that's flowing consistently.
Yes.
That is so hard. But like you said, once you start to see that the consistency work, I think that's when everybody's like, all right, it's more, you know what I mean? Everybody on the A game. You know what I'm saying? So with the wrestling thing, you know, I'm a big wrestling fan too. You know, we talk. I've been watching wrestling as a kid, man. People that know me and people that been following the show know that I've been talking about wanting to do a wrestling podcast forever. So
you gonna come? You know what I mean? Get an episode on the Ringside Club. Ain't a thing. We schedule. We making schedules right now. It's cool. We gonna get you up in here.
That could be my introduction, man. So you can really test me out because I really fuck with it, man. I've been a fan since a kid. I still watch it now here and there. But like I told you before, I'm more into WWE. I know y'all cover everything.
We do.
You know what I'm saying?
We around the rings.
Yeah, so I'm more WWE, AEW. But so wrestling's your favorite. That's my favorite. See, we have something in common. When your birthday, man?
May 9th, I'm a Taurus.
I fuck with Tauruses.
I'm a Taurus,
I'm a Virgo,
man.
so I fuck with Taurus.
I'm
September 9th. I fuck with
happy belated,
man.
my G.
It,
happy belated,
I
King.
fuck with Tauruses, man. You know my man D was a Taurus, man. That was my guy. That's my guy. So I fuck
Taurus
with y'all,
gang.
man. We have a lot in common. So, man, child law, man, there's a lot more to talk about, right? So
Let's talk.
So I got some questions I want to ask you. Now you said that you manage your artist currently, Elijah Rosario, right? And what kind of music is that?
Urban pop.
So are you into urban? Like, how did you get into urban pop? Was you always into urban pop? Because I know you from managing Dunbar, so now you're doing.
Trust me, a lot of people are like, "This is so left." Like, you know what I'm saying?
What made you do this? Like,
music, relations. You know what I mean? Like, we have a great relationship, great rapport. That's my guy. He has a great team structure in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I met him while I was in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? A friend connected me. And, you know, we've been rocking for almost about to be 2 years, 2.5 years now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really built a great rapport, a great business structure. We've been killing it, you know what I'm saying? Especially because he's in a market that's kind of just, like, still on the incline. I mean, they got Tia Corinne. They got DC the Don. A couple other people that, like, have been bubbling out there. Big Baby Gucci. A couple people that are rocking in the Raleigh-Durham area. So it's good to know Elijah is a part of that. Keeping him busy, you know what I'm saying? Keeping him on the road, doing shows. I think what really works with our structure is because, like I said, he has a team. He's got a videographer. He's got an engineer. He's got a producer. He's got a sound guy. We got a DJ. You know what I mean? He's got a wife. You know what I mean? We got structure. Like, it's very much so easy to, I don't want to say easy, but it's easy. It's better to manage an artist that actually has a great structure as opposed to an artist that is just like, yo, it's just me and my iPhone and hopes and a dream.
Got it.
And it sounds kind of harsh, but it's like, yo, honestly, having a team around you, shit makes a world of a difference, really, bro. We just spoke about this.
That's funny, but you know what's crazy? I felt like I always see in them instances, right, when people have a team like that, I always feel like somebody clashes somewhere. Like, you see how you have, like, it'd be like the editor and the manager probably going at it, or the who else you said you got involved? It's like
we got the producer, the sound guy, we got the engineer.
Feeling the engineer, so.
Oh, that's funny. Don't worry. That comes along with it.
I know that comes
along
right?
with it too.
So yeah, so what's that like? So it's the meetings. Y'all have meetings and stuff like that?
Yeah, we have meetings, you know what I'm saying?
We meet up every other...
We have meetings, you know what I'm saying? And I actually got that structure from my man UFO Feeve.
Shout out to UFO Feeve.
Yeah, Feeve is actually who I got that structure from. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, like, a team building essence, like, yo, having everybody in a group chat, calling everybody, making sure everybody's dropping and scheduling this and dropping this. And when I'm dropping, you know what I'm saying, y'all post this at the same time. Like it's a really it's like the army, you know what I'm saying? And I got it from him when it came to like, yo, making sure that everybody's accounted for. So when we all are dropping a single or even a clip, interview, everybody has access to the team structure, like really making sure you are able to have people around you that can, you know what I'm saying, facilitate and really get the things that you need done. You don't want to have niggas like I don't be waiting on the graphic guy too long. I'll be waiting on the DJ, on the engineer, I don't even want to wait on the producer. We got them on deck. Send the beat through.
Got it.
We already got a studio session. We already got the engineer.
Got it.
Make it happen. Let's go. Like people can't get shit done because they don't have the time, the resources. But at the same time, like you can't wait on nobody, my nigga. You got to get that shit done. You got to do it.
That's a fact, man. Because I struggle. You know what I mean? We kind of struggle with that too, because it's like a 2-man thing over here. We trying to, you know what I mean?
Great setup, by the way.
But
great
you see,
setup.
But you see, we working. You know what I'm saying? We
Great
working.
setup.
We building too. We still building up. But like you said though, it is harder when it's like just a 2-man or 3-man. But when you have a team and everybody like playing their role, it do make it a little much easier. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
As opposed to like what you just said.
I agree.
I definitely felt that. You know what I'm saying? But
I agree.
Listen, man, it's a struggle, but like you said, it's
consistency,
consistency,
and retention.
Once you stay consistent, it's gonna flow, man. Trust me.
People rocking with me just because of the wrestling tip. Like people are like, yo, I watch wrestling now because you talk so much about wrestling.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people watch wrestling, but they just don't know how to have the conversation.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, you'd be surprised. Even when I say I want to do the wrestling things, and people are like, oh shit, I still watch wrestling. I just
get
stop.
that all the time.
You know what I mean? I get that a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, believe it or not, a lot of people watch wrestling. What's it like though? Because you guys are, minorities and stuff. So what's it like, doing that in that field? Because wrestling is kind of funny. You know what I mean? Still to this day, it has its, So with the podcast space, right? With y'all being, what's it like? What are y'all getting? What's the feedback like?
Natural humor. Like we're funny. We're just naturally funny on camera as we talk about, you know what I'm saying, the week's recap. You know what I mean? Talking about Raw, talking about my segment is prepped and cooked. It's pretty much where I just discuss wrestlers from the week that I feel like are on the chopping block and wrestlers that are actually completely cooked. Like they're done. Like their win-loss record is like 0 and fucking 59. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
We'll talk about the weekly topics. You know what I mean? We'll have some guests on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to a couple of guests that's going to be coming up shortly. Smoke Dizza, Hal Haney Art. A lot of people pulling up, you know what I'm saying, on the Ringside Club tip. You know what I mean? That's actually watching wrestling and are like, yo, I want to come out on a podcast and talk some shit too. Like, and it's like, you know what? We really didn't do guests for the first 50 episodes because we really was just like build a structure, and now that retention is making people be like, yo, can I come fuck with your podcast? Like wrestlers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay Bougie, you know what I mean? Wrestlers want to come do the podcast as well. And it's cool to get the insight from them, you know what I mean? Seeing how they feel.
It is.
Press side, you know what I'm saying? We got press outlets as well. Shout out to those wrestling girls. You know what I mean?
Shout out to them too, man.
You know what I mean?
Queen
PR, you know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, see,
I'm trying,
New York,
like I said,
New York connected, man.
It's like I said, it's a community.
We are.
I was telling them that it is a community. It's something I would like to join because I'm tapped in. I'm just been watching from the outside. I see the other guy. What's his name? Sir Wilkins or something like that.
Yes.
I've seen him. The Jobber Tears podcast.
Shout out to my man Brian H. Waters too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of like I said, I'm watching. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? So
nah, we got you, bro. You gonna come do an episode of the Ringside Club? Don't worry. You on deck.
So all right. So we not gonna keep because I know my man Dot. He's not into wrestling like that, right?
Listen, y'all keep it going. Go as long as y'all want, man.
So look, I'm gonna ask you, who's your favorite wrestler of all time, man?
Of all time. That's tough, bro.
All time.
That's tough, man. All time.
All time. All right. I give you.
I have caveats. Like it's got to be eras.
Give me three.
The Rock.
All right. Just came. I seen him the other day.
CM Punk was was there, but recently he just hasn't been there. Like as of what's going on right now, he's really
Yeah,
it's really
he's not into it.
he's really making it bad out here for like people who was like, damn, I really love this
He's
guy,
not
but
all,
it's like
he's not all in.
nah,
He's high, you like that?
he's not all in. CM Punk is not all in. Although him coming back to the WWE could be kind of crazy, but I would say The Rock, CM Punk, and my third would most likely have to be Christian Cage.
Yeah, wait, what?
It's the best heel. He's one of the best heels
I'm
ever.
sorry.
He's one of the best heels ever.
Who's that? I don't even know.
Edge and Christian.
Oh, okay, all right.
Edge and Christian?
Nah.
Well, all right, Edge and Christian, they was from back in the day. Remember Hardy? I know you remember the Hardy Boys.
Yep, I remember them.
They had an ill rivalry. A matter of fact, I told you about Edge. Remember Edge was smashing the chick in real life?
Yes, you told me the story.
Christian is his partner. That's his tag team partner.
All right.
So
Christian's solo run.
But I ain't gonna front. His solo run, and he's a crazy heel. I fuck with him.
Honestly, he's the super villain. He's
the and a heel is a bad guy. That's a wrestling term.
Gotcha.
Heel's a bad guy. Babyface is a good guy. So that's how they talk. So he's good at being a heel. He does his thing, but I didn't expect you to say Christian Cage. That's ill.
You know what I mean? If we're going off nostalgia, it's like those really like. I mean, CM Punk can't even. Nah, he's done. He is nostalgia at this point. And then if I go currently, I would say my favorite wrestlers of all time, AJ Styles. AJ Styles is definitely in my top 5 regardless. Like AJ Styles is I was there early on TNA, you know what I'm saying? Early Impact Wrestling days when, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's nice. I fuck with him.
AJ Styles is dope. I like Bryan Danielson, of course. I'm a Bryan Danielson guy.
I fuck with him.
And I am I'm a Roman Reigns guy. I'm a Roman Reigns guy.
Yo,
man.
was you always a Roman Reigns guy, or he grew into like?
Nah, I was the tribal chief Roman Reigns fan.
Okay.
The big dog, post-pandemic Roman Reigns. That was my Roman Reigns
when
at this
point. When he came
point.
back, wreck everything and leave.
When he was just a super heel, I was like, all right, he's here now. He's finally coming to his own.
He grew on me. Pause. He did.
Nah, he was just being pushed like that John Cena era.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like how they was trying to push him. I wasn't feeling that. But when he came back, I was like, yeah. And he got with Paul Heyman. I was like, oh yeah,
the bloodline. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Those are that rounds about my 6. You know what I'm saying? For like past and present. Like
okay, all right, that's interesting. I can fuck with it. So
hell of a list.
Man.
The Rock, CM Punk, Christian Cage, Bryan Danielson, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns.
That is a hell of a list. That's different.
Yeah, I wasn't really too crazy about the older days.
Really?
I'm not shying away from that. I'm not really like I remember Hulk Hogan, and it's like, I actually didn't care for Hulk Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan. He's a racist.
I wasn't big on Hulk Hogan like that. That wasn't my guy from back in the day. I was more into like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. I was into that. That was my early times. Razor Ramon. You know what I mean?
Very Razor Ramon, NWO era. You know what I'm saying? Goldberg is an honorary mention for me.
I didn't really care for Goldberg either. I was like, again, I was always a WWE guy. Even when they was losing, I still fucked with them. DX. You know, Shawn Michaels is one of my favorites all time too. That's my guy.
Okay.
Shawn's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with Shawn.
And Triple H.
Fuck with Shawn Michaels.
You know, and Triple H too. Triple H is my guy. So, you know, those are my guys that I really like. Randy Orton, of course, I look up to them. I fuck with Randy. The Rock, of course. Stone Cold. You know, those are my peoples that I was, that I fucked with. But
the classics.
But then when you say like a Christian.
Unexpected, yo. Expect the unexpected with me, man.
But I'm trying to think on that range, who was my guy around that time, like a Christian, because I would say like a CM Punk too. He was my guy, but like you say, he kind of declined. I ain't really rock with him like that.
Heavy CM Punk
lately. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really. Jericho is my dude. You know what I'm saying? I like the Sammy Guevara. That's his name, Sammy Guevara.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with him. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude.
Sammy Guevara kind of pissed me off, actually.
But he got moves. I like him, and I like Adam Black.
Malachi Black.
But
I don't like. I
he
can't.
got
Nah, his
moves.
he do, but his entrances, they entrance be too long. I be fucking ripping that shit to shreds on the pod. I be like, yo, son, this whole fucking pitch black
Yeah, he do
niggas
his
gotta
shit
wait.
different. His shit different.
Doing
His
a
shit
lot.
different. Yeah.
It's like if you just turn the lights off and then you started doing all this podcast setup like in the dark,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
and then said action.
Yeah, and then he just right there.
It's just like, yo, dog, this is mad long of a wait,
But
son. Like,
he got moves, son. I ain't gonna front. He nice. He nice with it. But we going to what's the name? I want to talk about the Foodcast. What made you get into that? Like, you a foodie like that?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
My pops owns a Jamaican restaurant in Uniondale, Tony Max. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
word?
So, you know what I mean? If you in Uniondale, Long Island, you know
What's
what
the
I mean?
name of it?
Tony Max.
Make sure y'all visit that.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I always
Max.
only been involved, always been involved with food, you know what I mean? So, from there in Atlanta, the pandemic hit, and that really had me like, fuck, I gotta cook. So I started to cook, and I was like, yo, I'm really good. I'm actually pretty fucking good at this shit. And I started just having my friends try shit. I started going out and recording it, you know what I mean? And then from there, I was like, wait a minute, why don't I just jump 10 toes into the food podcast lane? And then from there, I started to do my food podcast and just sitting in my apartment, just me, my mic, my laptop, you know what I'm saying, expand the taste, my graphics, and calling up my food chef influencer friends from Instagram that I meet outside. Atlanta is a very foodie friendly city, you know what I mean? So
right. I see.
it's a lot of foodie cliques, you know what I mean, that we all hang out together, do food events and stuff. It's a different world. It made me appreciate life outside of the music industry.
I was just about to ask you, how did you like, how you do it though? It's like you link up with the food people, you link up with the wrestling people, you link up with the music people. How do you like? What's your day like? What's a day like with Chad Law? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you do that shit?
Yo, honestly,
Do you do like different shows in one day?
yes. We do different activities. Like it's really time management, man. That should be a lot, bro. Like just making sure I have the time to allocate to myself too, my family as well. Make sure everybody gets the time that is needed. You know what I'm saying? Myself to rest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
that's what I'm asking.
I'm balancing the fine line of being like this. You know what I'm saying? Sleep when you dead, brother, or like being the yo, I gotta get 8 hours of sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to walk that line right now, and it's tough because I always like to be doing shit. I'm always in motion doing something. You know what I mean? Working. You know what I mean? Whether it's on events, a 9 to 5, a 5 to 9. You know what I mean? I'm on the road. I'm always active. I'm always into something. In the content space, like it really is consistency because if you're not consistent, like nobody like you know what I mean? It sounds so repetitive, but it is what it is, man. Like if you're not consistent with this shit, like people not gonna remember. And that's how I feel right now about my food podcasting because I haven't been consistent with it. I am outside. I'm meeting with restaurants. I get invited to events. You know what I mean? Food events, restaurant tastings, menu tastings, and I'm documenting on Instagram and TikTok. But as far as sitting and recording and having the guests, that's where the lack of, you know what I mean, kind of be.
But when you're ready to go, it's over. I already know.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna come through. Everybody.
And that's where I also realized that like doing the food content that was fun because it's something that's uncommon. People ain't doing that particularly like you know what I mean in our space, our color scheme. Like there aren't a lot of black food podcasters. There's black food influencers, but there ain't really a lot of black food podcasters talking about food and having my chef friends come through and talk about food, asking them the questions that I asked them. Like it's a very different listen. So expand the taste episodes, the previous 25 episodes are out, you know what I'm saying, on all streaming platforms, you know what I'm saying, new season on the way. It's definitely going down.
Let them know.
You know what I mean? We eating good over here.
So, where's your favorite spot that you like to go, or where you that you ever been? Matter of fact, where's your favorite spot you ever been to in OT?
London. I really love London. London's my favorite.
I ain't gonna front.
I really love London.
Okay.
London is dope, y'all. I spent mad time in London.
What you had out there? What they got out there?
It feels like New York. It's just quieter, cleaner, healthier. You know what I mean? I love the accents. Through sports betting, I seem to like the English Premier League a lot more. So I'm watching a lot more soccer and EPL. You know what I mean? I'm tapped into West Ham, Fulton City, like Nottingham. I love London. You know what I mean? London is like one of my favorite places to be, like outside of the country.
So you love that sports betting. What made you get into that? I want to know because
being back in New York.
So so you got into sports betting this year.
I did. I couldn't access it in the South particularly. Like there are certain apps that you can use, but it's
Yeah, because I said we had
prize
apps and
picks and like bet like little bet things, but it's like you ain't got the access to really make the money. It's all like fantasy points and shit.
Right.
Shit was terrible, yo. I was just sick. I was like the meme, you know what I'm saying, with Squidward looking at SpongeBob and everybody out the window. Like I was that meme, you know what I'm saying, watching all y'all up here. Like and it only got established like recently, but in that time being in the South, I was like,
There
damn,
was people from the South calling people from New York to put the bets in.
I'm him
for
now.
them. I remember
I'm
that.
him now. I've become him now. Yeah, I've become him now.
Nah, that's fire, man.
You know what I
That's
mean?
fire.
I'm rocking with the best. You know
So
what
it's
I'm
been
saying?
showing you love, basically.
Very lucrative. Very lucrative. You know what I'm saying? Things are being situated off sports betting. Like a lot of things are being situated, but you know, government, anybody watching, taxes are being paid, 1099s, all that. You know what I'm saying? LLCs are here, so we good.
It's good.
You know what I mean? But I will say, like, if you want to make some money, fucking sports bet. Ain't no reason to fucking be broke out here, yo. You got $10, you gonna turn that shit to like 200 tonight on DraftKings. If you follow the right tickets. If you follow the right tickets. If you follow the right tickets.
So it sounds like you've been studying, you've been ready. Like yo, as soon as I hit New York, I'm going.
Yo, bro,
You been to AC?
I have, but I don't like casinos. It's
You know
crazy.
they got the sports. You know they got the sports betting section right there for all that.
You know what's crazy,
shit.
bro? I really don't like gambling, but like because I justify it as like I love sports. It's like it's perfectly fine. It's cool. Everybody else doing it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is making plenty off of this. Literally getting deals from FanDuel, DraftKings, Bet360, promo codes. Like it's all promotional shit and bags being made. So I totally am like, man, listen, I'm on board with this. Like never before, bro. I've never watched as much sports in my life. I swear to God.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The sports betting thing is big, man. I work with a lot of a lot of guys that's into that shit. Like they go heavy. I tried it. It didn't work out for me. I wasn't into. I'm not even a big gambler like that. My luck is not that ill. I be tempted though. I be seeing people. They be having the like the little what's that? The betting parties and stuff like that.
They do.
So I be tempted to like join, but I don't know nothing about that shit. So I be like, you know what? Let me stay out of that. That's not my lane. So
Bro, I'm an internet nigga, unfortunately to say. So like it is what it is. Like I don't really have to be at no betting parties. My betting party is Discord.
So you just I know people that do that.
Bro,
I
I just sit on Discord and just run it up, yo. And that's honestly what the rest of the internet is doing, my nigga. Like for me to say that, there's 100 other people in the Discord right now that I guarantee you they ain't do nothing all day but sit on the couch and make $10,000 on fucking sports betting.
So you could you hear that shit?
I'm
getting to it. You gotta get in where you fit in.
Because it's not just like I like in the beginning before I started Discord, I was just punching in tickets and just hoping for the best. Like, oh yeah, maybe they'll win. Nothing losing, shit was trash, waste of time. I was like, fuck. And everyone, I'm seeing the Discord pop. My man CJ out in Philly, you know what I'm saying? He been killing it on the Discord tip. You know what I'm saying? His own right. And that's when I was like, all right, life's a gamble. You know what I'm saying? Corey Lee out in Philly. I fuck with a lot of Philly niggas, man. Philly niggas through the sports betting tip. They be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bulls and the Jones out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But they've been going crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I would say those are my first bit of Discord, you know what I'm saying, like usage. I've never used Discord before. Like, I was never really a Discord guy. Like I said, I'm kind of like grumpy old man with technology and these apps. So, like, yeah, spark that shit up, guys. That shit right. Yeah, but I really was heavy into his discords, those discords, and honestly, once you know the right people to follow, you get comfortable knowing who's gonna perform the best in a game.
I want to ask you, like, for somebody that never did sports betting, like, what you tell them, like, what you recommend? You recommend, yo, just hop on a Discord, make a Discord?
Yes, I tell them to just get into Discord, or I just tell them to sit back if you ain't got the patience. Like, I ain't saying that you gonna make $1 million tomorrow, but like you gotta damn sure be knowing the right people to go to get these tickets, to like have the hot hand that know who is picking what. And even when I see certain names, like I know I can make that pick myself because I see their name so much on so many different tickets that I'm like, oh, this person's gonna hit tonight. He's gotta hit. And that's just through MLB. Like I ain't never watched baseball, my nigga. I've never watched as much baseball in my life until this past summer, bro.
So you really be watching the games and following, like, because I know some people that
On
just throw the
FanDuel.
bets.
On FanDuel, they on that. Like, it's live. So, like, I could just watch the game. Like, I could just turn it on and be like, yo, Spencer Torkelson, I need you to hit a home run. He's on bat right now. All right, bet. Like, niggas is, like, that tapped in, bro. Like, as soon as I see certain names, I'm comfortable enough to be like, this nigga's trash. He ain't hitting nothing tonight. Like,
you would them niggas any place, anywhere, you pull it out the phone, looking at the game, looking at your sports bets, making sure shit go through.
Yo.
You one of them niggas? Because I know people every all day like that. They be like, yo,
bro,
they take that shit life, nigga.
I be out socializing and it be like, yo, honestly, give me like 10 minutes to be quiet and have my head in my phone because I got to do this. Like, I'll be out active and still got to just make it happen. And that's something I haven't been used to. Like, I've never had to do this before. But, like, now it's like, no, because if I don't do it, I'm going to miss that ticket. And I'm going to miss that $150 flip that, like, shit. Everybody else in Discord is running to get, and they got it. And they maxed it out. And they did $250 and they did $750. And I'm like, shit. I missed that ticket. And I know where I was 10 minutes ago. I knew where I was. I was just fucking sitting there going, should I not? Let me just sit here and just do some other shit. And then you get back to it, and it's like, yo, 10 minutes later, I missed the big ticket.
So you almost fake addicted.
Yes. No, for real. Like, it's super, super lucrative. I can't front, bro. Like, I haven't seen it. Like I said, I've been in the South, so, like, I didn't know. And I don't gamble. So, like, I've never been a gambler. I don't like casinos. I don't like losing money. But sports betting, to me, it's like, this shit is actually rather good when you know what's going on. Like, when you fuck with these people. This isn't just me hitting a slot machine and trying to get 3 fucking pigs to match each other. You know what I'm saying? Or 3 fucking apples to match each other. It's like, nah, I'm actually involved in the game because I know when I see Harry Kane's name for the England, you know what I'm saying, soccer team, like, that nigga's gonna hit. And whether it's gonna be a nice little flip. It might be a $10 profit, but like shit, I know for a fact, Harry Kane is going to hit the ball in soccer. Like he is going to kick that shit. And like I'm up now, bread building.
That's why you after this, you should start your own pool and have niggas join your shit.
I ain't even that nice yet, bro.
Nah.
I ain't going front. I'm not that nice. I'm not that nice to be having my own Discord. I thought about it though. It's gonna happen eventually, but right now I enjoy being on other people's Discord because it's a full-time job doing that, bro. That's like if all of us in this room was all under the same like winning team Discord, like, all right, well, we be up, but it's also like, yo, you know, we all have the same mission of like you need to be posting these tickets every like all the time, bro. Like, you can't be missing shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to have research with your shit, too. Some of these Discords be having research. They're not just posting blind tickets. They're like, yo, we know for a fact that Nick Chubb is going to have the most such and such. And he fucked that up tonight, son. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Tore his knee to shreds. So there's certain things like that where people are really watching the stats to know, like, all right, I believe when I see Dutch give me a breakdown about why he picked this person to, you know what I'm saying, in UFC to win this UFC match, you know what I'm saying, like Junior Tafa, like if I seen, you know, Dutch give an analysis about that, then I would trust it. You know what I'm saying I would go with Dutch's pick.
Got it.
Even WNBA, yo, WNBA is tricky as fuck.
So you're basically saying, like, you know, you should do your due diligence before you start betting. You know what I mean? Follow up on your bets.
I say Discord is for people who don't want to do the due diligence. If you just want to go on Discord and just be like, all right, this nigga
got the info and go bet.
Yep, this nigga just put 3 tickets. That looks good. Oh, you shared the link? Even easier. Click. Ads already. All right, slips already in. $20. Hit. Next slip.
Lit.
It just be like that.
So there you have it, people. If you want to get into the sports betting, you know, Chad, like you said, he's not into it like that, but he know you know what I mean? He knows to get you right. You know what I mean? Set you up. If I want to start one tonight, I got ready because I already got Discord, so it's nothing. I just got to.
Now you just got to join.
Just got to join.
I got you. I got a couple. I can recommend you. Don't worry.
Tap me in, man. Pause. We about to wrap it up, though, man. I got to ask you one more thing. Chad Lord, man. You wear so many hats. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see Chad Law in the future?
I see Chad Law in the future on an island, Cayman Islands, wilding. You know what I'm saying?
Wilding on the island.
Wilding on the islands. You know what I'm saying? Wilding and styling. You know, it sounds comical, but it's like really, I really do see
real.
myself just that, like just enjoying my family, enjoying peace, serenity, knowing that business is great. That's what I want. I just want to be comfortable in life, man. I don't want to have to struggle. I don't want to see my mom struggle, my sister. Like, I don't want to see any of that. I just want to be the most comfortable I can be, wealthy, successful, you know what I'm saying? Clean skin, healthy. Like, that's all I want to be. That's how I see myself years from now. People be asking me, what's my 5-year plan? I'm like, yo, my shit change like every 6 months. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I changed the question.
That question gets asked, I'm like, I don't know.
That's the question I usually do. Was we see some 5 years, but I change it to we see something in the future, because a lot of people don't know 5 years. 5 years, yo, 5 years could pass. I met you damn near 5 years.
Yeah,
ago,
damn near 5 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? So
I don't see myself in a jail cell. I don't see myself in a jail cell. I don't want no Jack Mac. Like, that's the one thing I'm like, nah, I don't want like that. No, like, I don't want that. Like, that for me, it ain't it. Like, I enjoy showering. I enjoy women. I enjoy getting fresh. Like, that's the one. Like, I work hard because I don't ever want to. I don't want to be in that scenario because you know what I'm saying.
I posted the other day. Word. I just laugh it off because I don't like what jail cook. Yo, so you I don't have to ask you before we get out of here too. Are you planning on managing other artists, or is you just rocking out with one right now? Because that's another thing. And if so, how can people get out? Reach out to you.
As far as managing other artists, just gotta have some heat, man. Just gotta have some really, really good music that is going to stand the test of time. It's not just going to be fly by night. I could rock with a couple of drill cats that want me to, like, you know what I mean, help boost their situation right now, but I'm like, I don't really want to put ops on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care to spin the block. I don't really care. I don't even like the sampling. Like, I don't even want to hear like niggas fucking rap over Christina Aguilera and high fucking stack fucking cadences. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to drill up the fucking Crimea River with Justin Timberlake. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with you.
Same ad libs, same bow, same ops in the ground, same spinning the block, same blicky. Like, it should be turned when you in a live setting. But like, I don't really want to be around that. Like, you know what I'm saying? My sound, like, you met me managing who I manage. So it's like, like, that's where my ear is at. Like, Ransom, 38 Special, like, you know what I'm saying? Griselda, like, you know what I mean? All that shit. I like that shit a lot. Like, that's the shit I be on, that Pusha T, you know what I mean? Like, I like pimping and selling drugs and like that side of the music, you know what I mean? I don't really care for too much of the ops in the ground.
All right, so
if you selling anything that's not putting your ops in the ground, I'll rock with that music.
Holla at Chad Law, man. So shout out your socials, man. Shout out where everybody could reach you. Shout out all your platforms. You got a lot of them.
CHADLAW, Chad Law, all social media, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? I'm on everything. TikTok. My name is my name. Literally, it's the only name. You know what I mean? You're gonna see my face. You're gonna see my gold logo, the CL. Chad Law, every platform. You know what I mean? I brand myself very, very strong. So you're gonna see my name. You can follow me. I'm not bougie. I will follow back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see my follower count is mad fucking high. Sometimes I really be having to take a break from social media just because it's like, people be like, yo, you don't be posting a lot. And it's like, yo, I be so, besides being in the Discords, I just be so like overseeing.
That sports betting taking over your life.
Honestly. But like, besides, I just don't be wanting to see so much of the random shit that's just like going on from people that I just don't really, you know what I mean? It's just, I see why people post like fucking. I see why people have minimal followers. Like, they don't want to follow a lot of people. Like, they're very bougie. I use it for social currency. Like, I follow everybody back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, yo, it just is what it is. Like, I like that social currency. Like, I learned that shit early. You know what I'm saying? Shout to the fucking. You know what I mean? Shout to Goddamn, I'm fucking skipping the book right now.
Shout out to everybody, man.
But, yeah.
Shout out to the Ringside Club. Shout out to the Foodcast. This is another
episode,
man, of the Stand for Something show, man. Tap in. This is Dutch Row P.
718 DOT.
My
Tap
guys.
in, my guy, Chad Law, man. Again, Stand for Something.
For anything.
We out.